So this is me looking at John Weasley, the founder of the Methodist Church, and in particular a local area that was a Methodist church but is now residential. It still retains the name. There are lots of reasons why this John Weasley intrigues me. At one point, every single place I went that I was researching, and even when I wasn't, this is going back early last year, he seemed to crop up, him, the Methodist Church, or some link, like a synchronicity between where he'd been and a name I recognised. And I just thought to myself, he must have been such a charismatic character to establish such a stronghold of a church, of a movement. There's still Methodist churches practically in every town in the UK. Intriguingly as well, I try to pay attention to my body when I go to different places, particularly places of worship. So when I go to the local Catholic church, on my way there, I can physically feel where the energy of the place, and whether that's like water that's underneath or ley lines, I don't know. But my hands start moving and do weird gestures, a bit like mudras. And I also get this in the site of the Methodist church, where it currently is, not this old site, because obviously I can't get in there. Also intriguingly, on the site of Buckfast Abbey, there is also a Methodist church and some kind of covenant on the land or something that it can't be removed. The main image here is, I think, quite shell-like with things emanating from it. Purples, blues, a little bit of a creamy colour. And then I chose blue to fill in the sky because I wanted it to be bright, like sunshine. But I also got the idea that all these people were looking at something. So I drew a random symbol in the sky, which I think looks a bit bull-like. So on the left-hand side, in kind of one of these little bubbles, I feel like there's this tall purple character with a cloak on. And it either looks like stuff is streaming out of their face, create a person, or it's a person sort of snuggling in. And then there's some smaller people around. And then over on the right-hand side, this kind of looks like lots of people sort of shooting out. And it also looks like a face looking down, like a really extravagant hairdo, almost coming down to kiss this person that's on the ground. And then there's some spirity, swooshy people off to the left-hand side. And like I say, like a crowd that's gathered to come and look or watch and listen to a sermon. And apparently they were very packed. There's just a close-up on that. Again, most of these we're seeing from the back. That person in the middle has quite glowing hair. Then there's a person on the far right that we can see from the side. There's just a close-up on that random symbol that I drew. I kind of see horns there, but there's a letter T. So I found it particularly intriguing that so many people gathered to come and listen. People were quite poor, hungry, still came to these really packed churches. They must have been getting something important. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe.